All right, I need all the marshals I can get. Yeah. All righty, fellas. So we took the stool out of the middle. I just don't know why that happened. Yeah.
1 minute to the start of the race.
All right. Chris Wells, can you cross the line for me? That's all right.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Okay. All right.
Chris Wells.
Here we go. All right, here it comes. Taylor's on. Chris is on. Jared's on. And Corey's on. All right. First lap's coming around. Taylor had a 17.1. Chris had a 23.5. Jared had a 17.6. And Corey had a 24.9. One minute into this shindig, Taylor's on a 17 to 5.13. Chris is on a 15 to 5.16, 6 seconds back. Corey on a 14 to 5.12, another 2.5 back from Chris. J-Rad on a 17 to 5.05 in that buggy class. There's plenty of grip there in that middle section, huh? Fast laps. Taylor just ran a 16.7. Chris a 17.3. Both that last time by. Jared's got the fast lap of the race, a 15.7.05. Corey fast lap 19.7. We are 2:15 in. Taylor on a 17.5.04. Chris on a 15.5 flat. And Corey on a 13.5.04. Jared on an 18.5.14 in buggy. Taylor, is that the TLR? Okay. All right, minute 50 to go. I got Taylor on an 18 to 5.16. Chris on a 16 to 5.06. Corey on a 14 to 5.11. Jared on an 18.5.02. 1 minute to go. 1 to go.
"45 seconds left. "30 seconds left.
All right. Chris has gotten his fast lap down to a 16.754.
15 seconds left.
All right, keep running till you hear your name.
Baby Ruth Dunn.
Taylor Dunn with an 18 and a 5.16.
Jared Miranda Dunn. Chris Wells Dunn.
All right. Jared Dunn with a 19 and a 5.11. Chris Dunn with a 17.5.13. And his fast lap on the last lap, 16.672.
All drivers are finished.
Corey finishes
Corey
with a 15.5.15.
The race is completed.
Yep. Yep. All right, put them down. Come on out for Pro 4. Pro 4.
"1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. Brian Thomas. Jeff Lawrence. 15 seconds to the
Jared,
start of the race.
How old is he? 19 months? Wow. He's a big boy.
Less than 5.
Oh, how old is he? 2.5. Okay. Okay. We'll get Steve checked in here.
Steve Thomas.
All right, we'll get the tone when Steve comes around again. The engineer's copying me, Jarrett. Train engineer's copying me. My horn went off, his horn went off. All right. First laps around, Brian went 18.8, Steve at 20.4, Jeff at 25.9. Everybody went faster on their second lap. 1 minute in, I got Brian on a 17.517, Steve on a 16.507, and Jeff on a 14.505. All right, 2.5 down, 2.5 to go. Jeff out front now, 17.516. Steve on a 16.5 flat. Brian 16.508. Jeff just turned in the fast lap of the race, 16.8. Brian just turned in his fast lap of 17.4. Steve's got a fast lap of a 17.9. Brian cutting into that lead over Steve, or in behind Steve. 3.3 seconds, the gap right now. There went the gap. Let's see what she done here. Well, you still got him by a quarter of a second. .110 to go. Jeff still out front, 17.508. Brian now on a 16.5 flat to Steve 16.501. Again, just 0.6 between them.
.45 seconds left.
Steve Thomas is living proof of what track time does for you. Steve comes in here, practices several times a week, and is so improved.
30 seconds left.
Well, part of it, he's here by himself when he practices, so he learns if he wrecks, he's got to get all the way down off the driver's stand. So he's learned how to not wreck, and that's made him faster.
Steve Thomas done.
6
Brian Thomas done.
And Steve got him by 0.6 of a
All
second.
drivers are finished.
You beat Brian.
Jeff Lawrence done.
Jeff finishes 17.506. Steve 16.503 with a 0 to Brian 16.503 with a 7. 0.657 the gap. Put him down. Come on out and marshal for me. I'm going to need some help. Hey, Brian, all I got to say is it's a good thing you don't have to ride home with him. Because he would heckle you the whole way home. I can't hear you. Hey, Steve, when this is over, there's a couple bags sitting on the game there. Can you grab a set of white ProMotion A-scale buggy wheels and put them in one of those bags? They're
1 minute to the start of the race.
They're going to Tarkar for tomorrow.
Mike Ruth. Chris
Yeah,
Wells.
the ProMotion ones.
Jared Miranda.
Correct. Yeah, the tires he wants aren't going to be here till later tomorrow.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Help, help, help. I need all the marshals I can get. I got a turtle. Anybody, anybody, anybody.
Jeff Lawrence. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5. Corey Fink.
All right, we're going to go with what we got. Here comes Tone. Chris is on, Corey's on, Jeff's on. Jared's on, Mike's on. Everybody's on the clock. First laps, Chris goes 16.4. Jeff 17.1, Corey 19.2. J-Rad 15.7. Little Mikey Ruth 18.248. All right, 1:15 down. We got Chris Wells out front on a 19 and a 5:07. Jeff Lawrence 17.5.14. Mike on a 14.5.12. Corey on a 13.5.01. Jared off track. $2.15 down, 2:45 to go. Wells out front, 18.5.01. Lawrence on a 17.5.03. Corey on a 15.5.15. And Mike on a 12-lapper. Mike off track now, too. At this rate of people dropping out, Corey, you might win this thing. Oh, Mike's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. All I got to know is, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Up, there he is. All right, we got 1:40 to go. 1:40. Chris on a 19 and a 5.16. Jeff on a 17 and a 5 flat. Corey on a 15.5.14. Mike back on track after a minute off. He's on a 10-lap pace right now. 1:20 to go.
"45 seconds left. "30 seconds left.
All right. 20 seconds to go. Wells on an 18.5.02. Lawrence 17.5 flat. Fink 15.5.11. Ruth 12.5.14.
15 seconds left. Chris Wells done.
And with fast lap on the last lap, Chris goes 15.759 for an 18 and a 5.01.
Corey Fink
Lawrence
done.
just put in his fast lap 15.799. That's just 0.04 of a second slower than
Jeff
Wells.
Lawrence done.
He finishes with 18 and a 5.13. Corey finishes 15 and a 5.08. Mike will be done when he crosses the line here.
All
Goes
drivers are
13
finished.
to 5.11.
Mike Ruth done.
All right,
race
put
is
him down.
completed.
Come on out, Marshall. Mini Truggy, you are up.
Chris Wells.
Yeah.
One minute to the start of the race.
All right, now you can check them in.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. Mike Ruth. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5. Brian Thomas.
Taylor, you running Mike's car? Okay.
Baby Ruth.
All righty, here comes Toad. Chris is on. Mike's on. Taylor's on. Brian's on. Everybody's on the clock. First laps around, Mike was a 15.6, Taylor 17.0, Chris an 18.5. And Brian a 23.4. One minute in, I got Mike on a 19.506, Taylor 18.506, Chris 18.511, Brian 15.517. That's going to put Mike behind Taylor. Yep, Taylor to the point, 18.505, Chris 17.501, Mike 17.515. We're a minute 30 in. Brian on a 15.512. All right, 2:45 down. We got Chris out front, 18.506. Taylor, 18.507, just 0.6 back. Mike on a 17.505, and Brian on a 16.515. Chris gets tangled up with Brian. Going to pull him back to Taylor a little bit. And Chris had just ran 15.808, his fast lap of the race. Fast lap overall, though, belongs to Mike, a 15.572. Taylor has a 16.6, Brian an 18.4. There's Mike on his lid again. All right, with a minute 30 to go. Chris still out front. He's got 5.2 seconds over Taylor. Taylor just put in his fast lap right there, 16.533.
"45 seconds left.
Those Pro
30 seconds left.
Yeah, we want the white Pro Motion 8-scale wheels. Yeah, buggy wheels. Yeah.
15 seconds left.
All right, keep running until you hear your name.
Chris Wells done.
Wells finishes
Mike
18.502. Mike finishes 17.5 flat with a fast lap on the last lap of 15.386. That's fastest overall.
Baby Ruth done.
Taylor going to finish 18.511. Brian here going to finish
All drivers are
14 to
finished.
513. All
Brian
right.
Thomas done.
Let's get the track
The
going
race is
off. We'll
completed.
get another round of glue on her, and we'll get ready for the next round. All righty. Saturday. Night. I need my marshals. Come on, come on, come on.
Corey Fink.
Corey Finkelstein.
One minute to the start of the race. Jared Miranda. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, we got marshals, we got drivers, we got a tone. All right, first laps around. Jared was a 15.6, Taylor 16.9, Chris 16.9, Corey 17.9. Got greedy. One down, J-Rad on a 19 to 5.11, Taylor on a 19 to 5.12, Chris on an 18 to 5.02, and Corey on a 15.5.15. Taylor just ran his fast lap, 16.014. Chris ran his fast lap, 16.543. That's for the stadium truck class. For Jared, fast lap, he just ran 15.476. Corey's got a fast lap, 17.924. Chris got greedy over that last single. And 2 down, 3 to go. Chris on an 18 to 5.09. Taylor 18.513, just 1.7 back. Corey on a 16.516. J-Rad on a 19.505 in that buggy. Jared had just went 15.397 2 laps ago. All right, Taylor had the TQ from the first round in an 18 to 5.16. Right now, both he and Chris are faster than that. Chris on a 5.05, 18.505. Taylor on an 18.508. Everybody running faster than the first round. We got 1:45 to go. Oh, help, help. Well, Well, that's going to drop Chris off the lead there. Going to move Taylor back to the point. See how bad this hurts. Yeah, that was about a 7-second oopsie there. With 1 minute to go, we got Taylor 18.505, Chris 18.513, Corey 15.507, and Jared's on that 19.507.
.45 seconds left.
Jared just reset his fast lap, 15.190 that time by. Taylor has a fast lap of a 16.014. Chris 16.442.
30 seconds left.
Corey is 17.8.
.15 seconds left.
That gap between Chris and Taylor still sitting right at 6 seconds. Well, 5.5 there. Keep running till you hear your name.
Corey Fink done.
And Chris just ran his fast lap right there, 16.192.
Baby Ruth done.
Taylor finishes 18.504.
Chris Wells done.
Chris finishes
All drivers are
18.514.
finished.
Jared finishes
Miranda done.
19.504.
The race
Put him
is
down. Come on out,
completed.
Marshall. If I can get the track blown off for me, please.
.1 minute to the start of the race. .45 seconds to the start of the race. .30 seconds to the start of the race. Brian Thomas, Steve Thomas, Jeff Lawrence. .15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right. We got marshals, we got drivers. Here it comes. Nobody's on yet. Now Brian, now Steve, And now Jeff. Everybody's on the clock. All right, Steve just ran fast lap for himself, 18.688. All right, we're a minute 15 in. I got Jeff on a 17.5 flat, Steve on a 17.515. Brian on a 16.517. Brian just ran his fast lap, 17.449. That's fast lap of the race. Steve ran a 17.9. That's his fast lap. Jeff, I got to tell you, looking at your car, it looks like somebody stole the hubcaps off the back. All right, 240 down, 220 to go. Jeff on a 17.506. Steve on a 17.513. Brian on a 16.507. Yeah, did you guys hear? I'm actually going to get a little bit of work as a fitness model. I'm the before. $130 to go. Jeff Lawrence on a 17.505. Steve Thomas on a 17.516. And Brian Thomas on a 16.502.
"45 seconds left."
45 seconds. J-Law out front, 17.504. Oh, dropped to 17.509 there. Had a long lap. He's just 4.5 seconds in front of Steve Thomas on a 17.515. Brian on a 16.503.
"15 seconds left." Brian Thomas done. Jeff Lawrence done. All drivers are
All
finished.
right, Jeff finishes
Steve
17 to
Thomas
507. Steve
race is
went with his
completed.
fast lap on the last lap, 17 to 513. Yep, and Brian on a 16.501. Look at that. Put him down. Come on out and marshal for me.
Mike Ruth, Chris Wells, Jeff Lawrence. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Looks like we need a racer's minute for a couple here.
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5. Corey Fink.
How much more time you need, Jared? Just so I let these guys know. Okay. Don't kill your batteries, boys. I can't hear you because of the fan. Well, I mean, I think he's already setting on. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Here it comes. Well, we'll wait for Jeff to get around here. All right, Jeff, first lap around, 16.8. Corey, 18.2. Chris, 19.4. Mike 18-2. All right, we are minute 40 in. We got Mike on an 18.504, Chris 18.505. Well, Mike just had a long lap there, so now Chris moves to the point, 18.502, Jeff 18.517, Corey 17.503, Mike 17.509. Mike, I'm going to have to add a lap for you when you come back around. It didn't get you. All right. All right, so we got 2:15 to go. Chris on an 18.503, Jeff 18.513, Corey 17.511, Mike 17.511. Mike just put in the fast lap of the race right there, 15.558. Right now you guys are chasing that 18.501 set by Chris in the first round. He's currently half second off of that pace right now. Never mind, he just goes 18.5 flat. Resetting his own TQ here. Jeff Lawrence just put in his fast lap, 15.815. One to go. Chris on a 19.514 now. Jeff on an 18.507, 6.5 back. Mike on an 18.5, make that 17.503 now. Corey on a 16.503.
45 seconds left. Seconds left. Fifteen seconds left. Corey Fink done.
All right, Corey finishes 16.502.
Jeff Lawrence done.
Jeff finishes 18.512.
Chris Wells done.
Chris goes 19.514, resets his own
All drivers
TQ.
are finished. Mike Ruth done.
Mike finishes 18.511 and goes second overall. So lineup's going to be Chris, Mike, Jeff, Corey, and Jared. Put them down. Come on out, Marshall. And up next, Minnie Truggy. So if we could have it watered every day, yeah, but if we can't get it watered every day, it's going to do that. Yep. Especially the jumps because we can't keep enough water in them. 1 minute to the start of the race.
Chris Wells. Mike Ruth.
Yeah, but
Baby
I mean,
Ruth.
You can't get
Brian
the water
Thomas.
to stay on those jumps, so it'll run off, so those are going to be dry.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Help.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Is there anybody else that can help me, Marshall? All right, I guess we're just going to go with it. Just try not to wreck down here. Hey, Conley, you might be. Oh, thanks, Brad. All right, we'll wait just a minute here. All right, here comes Tone. Chris, you're on. Taylor's on. Brian's on. And Mike's on. Everybody's on the clock. First lap around, Chris goes 16.212. Taylor 16.936. Brian 17.504. Mike 15.375 right out the gate. All right, we're a minute 15 in. I got Chris out front on a 19-5-11, Taylor on a 19-5-16, Brian on a 17-5-16, Mike on a 16-5-12. Guys are chasing Chris's 18 and a 5:02 set in the first round. I got two of you faster than that right now. All right, 2:15 in. Chris Wells, 18-5-05. Nope, now Taylor, 18-5-03. Chris, 18-5-06. Mike, 17-5-01. And Brian, 16-5-14. Taylor just ran a 16-082 as his fast lap. Chris has a 15-9. Nope, Nick, that 15-3 right there. Chris just ran a 15-3. Taylor comes back around, runs 16-0 for himself. Right now, Taylor up top by just under a half second. Mike just ran a 15-2-8-9. Resets fast lap of the race there. Watch out over the trough. Everybody getting on the backstretch together now. Taylor went back-to-back 15-7s. He's pulling out 2.3 seconds over Chris now. Oh, there's Taylor on his lid. That's going to put Chris out front. With 1:10 to go now, Chris out front by 5.5 seconds. Still ahead of his first round pace on a 19-5-05.
"45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds left.
Help, help. All right, everybody keep running till you hear your name.
Ryan Thomas done. Chris Wells done.
Chris
Andy Root
resets
done.
his own TQ, goes 19-5-14. Taylor
All
18-5-11.
drivers are
Mike
finished.
finishes
Mike Root
17-5-09.
done.
Brian 15-5-02.
The race is completed.
All right, let's get the track blown off. We'll give her one more round of some glue, and we will get her set up for the mains. And he actually is your child. I know.
Baby Ruth. 1 minute to the start of the race. Jared Miranda. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Corey Fink. 30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Chris Wells. Less than 5.
I don't think I got any more marshals, do I? All right, well, it's going to be what it's going to be. Oh, Brad's going to help us out. Thank you, Brad. All right, let's get them lined up. Lined up. We're going to put J-Rad out front. Then we're going to go Taylor, Chris, and Corey. Yeah, you're past the line there. Yep. The line's about even with the jump. Yeah, you're good. All right. 7 minutes on the tone. Ooh. Taylor's making them fat tires work. Oh, run right over him, too. Jared's like, I'm going to get out of the way. You just got manhandled. All right, Taylor, Chris, down the backstretch, all over that inside tabletop, through the sweeper, over the Humpty Bump. Jared gets one back. This is kind of interesting to see what is essentially the same cars, one with a 17.5 and a 13.5, just what the speed differential is. All right, Chris is taking over the lead from Taylor in Stadium Truck. Taylor chomping at the bit, trying to get past Chris. Down the backstretch they go. Down off the stair step. Chris gets through there a little quicker than Taylor does, but goes wide over that last side hump bump. Taylor going to take it over here into the infield again. Down the backstretch they go. Taylor out front. About half a second here. Oh, Taylor gets it wrong on the tabletop stair steps. Chris going to get some real breathing room here. As 3 seconds now is the gap. Now Chris puts it on his lid. Luckily for him, Taylor gets caught up on him Keeps the race interesting. Here they come onto the front stretch. Cross the line, 0.2 of a second apart. Oh, Taylor goes a little wide. Chris gets into him. No change of position. Down the backstretch. Chris is right on his rear wing. Taylor gets it wrong. Chris marshals him. Oh! If Taylor's nice, he'll wait on him. There we go. All right. This is a fun little battle between these two. Evenly matched cars, evenly matched drivers. Yep, TOR versus Associated. American Muscle versus American Muscle. Watch the backstretch. Go inside, go inside, go inside. Oh, it's like, oh, watch. After this, it's clear. It's going to be clear by the time you get there. All right, over the trough they go. 180 onto the backstretch. Last time by the stripe, it was 7/10. Taylor turns in a little early. Now hung on a pipe. So, again, looks like Chris is going to pull out about a 3-second gap here. But we are not even halfway yet. Still anybody's race here. 3.9 at the line. Oh, looks like Jared having some steering issues with that buggy. Right now, Chris out front, 4.5 seconds over Taylor. 3 minutes to go. One mistake, the difference between them. Making their way past Corey down the backstretch. No, Jared's back up there. All right, Chris just put in the fast lap of the race, 15.4. Taylor had just done his fast lap right before that, 15.6. 4.8 seconds the difference. Jared, just do me a favor when you go around and make it clean. Chris, probably a smart thing to do, just be move over and let him go so he doesn't cause you an issue. There you go. There we go. No harm, no foul. Jared just put down a 15.402 for his fast lap. Corey's got a fast lap of a 17.8. Taylor had a bit of a long lap that time by. That's going to drop him back even further now, 8.5 back with 1:10 to go. Chris right now is going, boy, I wish I'd have put these tires on earlier.
"45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. 15 seconds left. Jared Miranda done.
All right, in the old STD truck class. Waiting on the finish here. Chris going to take the win.
Done. Corey Fink
Followed
done.
by Taylor and
All
Corey.
drivers are finished. Baby Ruth done. The race is completed.
All right, put them down. Come on out, Marshall. Let's get the track bar off if we can. It hadn't changed over yet. Now you go. You're starting second, Steve. Yep.
Steve Thomas. One minute to the start of the race. Brian Thomas. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Jeff Lawrence. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
Turn left and stop, and you'll be there. Yep.
15 seconds to the start of the
Lineup will be
race.
Jeff on the 1, Steve on the 2, Brian on the 3. Yeah, Jeff, just get pointed out. There you go. That's good.
Less than 5.
I got Marshall's 6 minutes of racing to come at you right now. Jeff getting a nice lead right off the bat here. Steve gets it wrong over that front side double. Gonna let Brian get around. Oh, then Brian traction rolls getting onto the backstretch, so Steve takes over the second spot again. Through the sweeper they go. It's a father-son battle. Brian jumps over him. Steve does a little extracurricular activity there. All the while, Jeff's out front going, yeah, you guys just duke it out. Leave me out of it. All right, Jeff just ran the fast lap of the race, 17.521. Brian's got a 17.572 fast lap, and Steve just ran his fast lap right there at 20.7. Brian 5.5 back from Jeff. Steve 6.5 back from Brian. Everybody turned their fast lap that last time by the stripe. Steve just went 17.563. For his fast lap. right. Check the gap at the front here, down to 3.9 seconds. Brian closing it down on Jeff just a little bit. Steve, another 7.5 back from Brian. We are just at the halfway mark. 3 minutes to go now. Brian's cut that down to 3 seconds exactly. 3.000, the gap last time by. All right, 1:35 to go. 1:35 to go. Brian's got that down to 2.2 seconds behind Jeff. Minute and a half to go here. .8. Oh, but now Brian having trouble here. That's going to all but seal it for Jeff. Yep. 1 minute to go. One lap cost him 8 seconds there. Get out of your rhythm and it kills you. Jeff just has to hold it together for another 2 laps here.
30 seconds left. Fifteen seconds left.
And here comes the tone.
Steve Thomas done. Brian Thomas done.
All right, and Jeff gets
All
the win. All
drivers are finished. Jeff Lawrence done.
Trying to get the
completed.
win. All right, Jeff gets it done. Brian in the 2 spot. Steve in the 3. Up next, Stock Wheeler. Stock Wheeler, you are up.
Mike Ruth. 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Jeff Lawrence. Chris Wells. Jared Miranda. 30 seconds to the start of the race.
I need marshals if I can get some help. Thank you.
Corey Fink. 15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, guys, we're going to give Jared a racer's minute here. We're very early in. All right, we good to go? Mike was getting another. All right, let's get them lined up. It's going to be Chris on the 1, Mike on the 2, Jeff on the 3, Corey on the 4, and J-Rad on the 5. Is this like your guys' first day racing? I mean, all right, 7 minutes on the tone. All right, as they cross the line, Chris, Mike, Jeff, Jared, and Corey. Now Jared up to the 3rd spot. Chris, Mike, Jared. Through the sweeper they go. Oh, Jared off-roading it. Chris and Mike cross the line 0.3 of a second apart. Jared 2.5 back from that. Oh, now Mike catches the pipe. Jared's right there on him. Mike goes a little wide on that last turn, pays the price for it, drops all the way back to 4th here. Chris out front. Got to be hearing the footsteps of J-Rad right up behind him. Gap was 2.2 at the line last time by. One and a half seconds the gap that time by. Jared just put in his fast lap, 15.360, but fast lap of the race belongs to Mike, a 15.359. 1/1000th of a second faster. Oh, and our leader takes a tumble. That's going to give it over to Jared. Oh, another mistake. Like I said, you get out of rhythm, and it takes forever to get it back. We are only 2 minutes into this thing. We still got 5 minutes to go. An entire qualifier's worth to ride. Jared's already pulled out 6-second gap. See what it is at the line this time. 6.5. But Chris just put in his fast lap of the race, 15.699. But Jared's last lap was a 15.1. Jared now, though, has a fast lap, 15.075. I think J-Rad's going to be in the 14s before the night's over with here. All right, 3:10 down, 3:50 to go. J-Rad out front, followed by Wells, Lawrence, Ruth, and Fink. All right, 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. Jared out front. Now out 9 seconds over Chris. Jeff 11 seconds over, or I'm sorry, Chris 11 seconds over Jeff. And then another 7.5 back to Mike. Jared just put in another 15.045. Fast lap of the race so far. Leader coming up behind Corey. And behind Chris. Minutes to go, 2 to go, and there it is, 14.870 from Jared Miranda. Wells has a 15.3, and he backs it up with a 14.747 that time by. Like I said, Wells a 15.3, Lawrence 16.0, Ruth 15.3, Corey is 17.7. Fast laps for everybody. Minute 30 to go. Help. Watch after the double. Front side double. Help. 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 Everybody takes their turn at Jared when he's upside down. Put him on the back stretch. Yeah, thank you. 1 minute to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. Jared was out front by 19 seconds. Now it's going to, well, 21 seconds now. So it is Miranda, Wells, Lawrence, Ruth, Fink, your running order with a minute to go.
45 seconds left. Seconds left. 15 seconds left.
Watch after the front side double.
Chris Wells done. Jared Miranda done.
So J-Rad gets the win.
Corey Fink done.
Chris the 2.
Jeff Lawrence done.
Jeff gets
All
the 3.
drivers are finished.
Mike comes home
done.
4. Corey 5.
The race is completed.
And last but not least, Minnie Druggy.
One minute to the start of the race. Mike Ruth. Baby Ruth. Brian Thomas. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Chris Wells. Less than 5.
All right. Let's get them lined up. Chris is going to be on the 1. Taylor on the 2. Mike on the 3. Brian on the 4. All right. 7 minutes in heaven. Coming up. Oh, Taylor tried to get greedy, got them both. So that's going to drop them to the back. Mike to the front, followed by Brian. So Mike out front comfortably. Brian in the 2 spot. Again, trouble getting down the stairs. Chris is going to take over the 2 spot now. Brian broke front left A-arm or something on that front left broke. Oh, looks like maybe it was just a ball link popped up. I don't know. All right, Mike just put in fast lap of the race there, 15.610. Oh, but now he puts it in the no parking zone. That's going to put Chris back to the front. So now Chris out front, 2.5 seconds over Mike. Wells just ran his fast lap of the race as well, 15.933. Backs it up, 15.648. Just a couple hundreds off Mike's fast lap. Oh, but then Chris catches that pipe. Gets hung up. Marshall, so, oh, help. Now Chris and Taylor. Mike saying thank you very much here. All right, so Mike out front, followed by Taylor, then Chris, and Brian. And there's our leader on his lid coming down the stairs. But he's got a big enough gap over Taylor, not going to change things much here. It was 6.5 at the line last time by. It is now 3.3. Chris another 4.3 back from Taylor. 7.5 off the lead. We're not quite halfway yet. Now Chris has cut that down to 2 seconds behind Taylor. Still hanging those 7.5 behind Mike. And Taylor having trouble, so Chris is going to go by. So now Chris back to the 2 spot. Taylor in the 3. But Mike is sail out front. 8.8 seconds the gap from 1 to 2. 2:45 the time left. Chris gets it wrong coming down the stairs. Taylor takes over that 2 spot again. Oh, help. Brad. So Chris had an issue while the marshal was working on another car. And that's going to give Taylor a big cushion now. Mike's actually put a lap on Chris. Taylor just ran his fast lap of 16 exactly, 16.000. 2 minutes to go, 2:22. 1:10 to go. 1:10 to go. Mike out front now. 18 seconds over Taylor. Chris just 2 seconds back from Taylor. Just under a minute to go.
"45 seconds left. "30 seconds left.
All right, looks like most everybody going to be on their last lap here.
Baby Ruth done. Chris Wells done. Mike Ruth done.
Mike going to take the win, followed by Taylor, Chris, and Brian. All right.
Drivers are finished.
Well, that will conclude
Brian
the
Thomas
evening.
done.
I'll get everything shut down up here, and we'll do podium picks shortly.